So the second part of this video is we're going to tell you how we've done on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah. So
we always try and do this about this time of year for our own benefit, and I think it really tells you how much we appreciate you watching us, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And I think it's important to be open and honest about how much we get from YouTube. I don't see a lot of other people saying how much they get from YouTube, and some of the trials and tribulations of being a YouTuber. A lot of people seem to be doing it now and not earning a very great deal of money from it.
No.
So I understand all of that. We've been doing it 7 years now.
Yes. And
I'm going to tell you a little bit later about how many videos we've done and, you know, the sort of things we have been doing.
Yeah.
But at the moment, we're just going to share how much we've made from it and how many videos we've done.
Yes.
And how we're doing.
Yeah, so what I've decided to do was do a comparison with last year and this year.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's in several areas, but subscribers. Okay. Last year we got 2,676. This year 3,082.
Right.
Which means we had an increase of 15%.
Okay. Let me put that there so I can
Just
see it.
Yeah. So it's an increase of 15%.
Yeah.
Views are the same.
Yeah.
2.4 million.
Yeah. It's incredible, really, isn't it?
Yeah. It's incredible when you think 2.4 million. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the point is we've made so many videos, and we'll touch on that a little bit later, that people are watching our older videos as well as our new videos. So.
Yeah. So watch time in hours is down.
Yeah.
It was 367k previous year. It's 332k this year.
So people aren't watching us as long.
No.
Even though we made the same number of videos.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
we made slightly less number of videos, which I'll come on to in a bit.
All right.
So that's down about 10%.
Right.
The revenue last year was 16,881.33. This year, £18,702.12.
Yeah.
So that is an increase of 10%. So watch time was down 10%. Yeah. The revenue was up 10%.
Okay. And I know what people are going to think. It's because there's been more adverts.
Yeah, and we'll come on to that in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah. The number of videos that we made in the previous year was 184. We made 175 in this year.
So you've actually made less videos.
You've actually made less videos, which is minus 4%, believe it or not.
Okay.
Then I started to think, well, how many hours work is that number of videos?
Yeah.
And, you know, based on the revenue, how much is it per hour?
Yeah.
And we sort of talked about it and said, well, how long does an average video take to make? And we reckon about 6 hours.
At least 6 hours, altogether.
That includes, we'd probably go out in the morning doing some filming. I mean, if we go to the NEC, we're there for about 2 hours filming videos.
And it varies, obviously.
Some videos are really easy.
This one should be relatively easy to do because there's not a lot of extra sort of footage going in there. It's just us yakking, isn't it? So.
Well, yeah. Then, obviously, there's the editing, the uploading, and you know, checking it when
it goes live,
when it goes
comments,
live, seeing how well it's doing,
promoting it
on Facebook. I do Facebook and
Threads. I'm not doing X anymore, in case anyone's asking.
No. So I worked out that in the previous year, the revenue per hour we probably got was about £15. This year it's been about £17.
Yeah.
So if you think of that, that's what.
Per hour. Yeah.
And where does that money come from?
Yeah.
Well, most of it comes from adverts on the videos.
Yeah.
And that's when I look at that, it says it's 99.9%.
Yeah.
The revenue we get for the videos comes from the adverts.
That's right.
So it's difficult for us when people say there's too many adverts because...
Well, that's our income.
That's our income.
That's why we do videos.
Yeah.
Not to make adverts, but
no.
but to make YouTube videos that we earn a decent amount of money that we can go to all these sites that we've been to and do the things that we do.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's the same for any popular YouTuber, is that there is a reason they do it. They don't do it for the love of making Well, we do it for the love of making.
Well, you like making
videos.
it.
I like making videos. Let me
yes.
get that clear.
Yeah.
But it would get us to question why we're doing it if we weren't earning any money.
Yes.
And I think I said earlier, it's a third of our income now. So when we started, we weren't earning anything. A lot of people aren't earning anything from YouTube, but now it's a significant amount of money. And we would question whether it would be worth it if we weren't earning that amount of money.
That's right, exactly.
Does that make sense?
I think that makes sense, yeah.
So, just being purely monetary about it. I do enjoy making the videos, and I hope you enjoy watching them. So hopefully it's a win-win.
It's a win-win, yeah. Then I started looking at where we are at the moment, because I think we actually mentioned when we were at the October show that we've noticed we're not getting as many subscribers. The views aren't as good as they were.
I mean, let's face it, we're getting old.
We're getting old, and we wonder. We started questioning, didn't we?
Yeah.
We had some lovely responses from people, which really cheered me up. Yeah, but the stark sort of black and white figures are that in October 2023, which you've got to remember, this is the show videos. This is the NEC month, which we always do reasonably well in.
Yeah, so this is a good month,
Yeah. The previous year we got 236 subscribers, okay? This October, only 132.
Yeah.
So it's down over 100.
Yeah.
And when I look at November is very disappointing.
Very poor, yeah. So that's why we, were concerned why we're losing subscribers. And it may be just a YouTube thing. It may be the time of the year. Lots of people, when we moan about losing subscribers, they say, oh, it's because it's the holidays, or, there'll be some other reason. But it may just be people got bored with us. And
well, you don't know,
we don't know.
I mean, the problem with not getting a lot of subscribers, you may think it's just a vanity thing, but what YouTube does look at is how many subscribers a channel has got, and advertisers particularly look at it. Yeah. And they will say,
they want to know what the coverage is.
What is the coverage? And if they see, a channel, I don't know what particularly look at, because I'm not a marketing person, but it does have an impact. Yeah,
and it also has an impact. The people who are subscribers will probably more likely watch your videos because it will be presented to them. People will see your video pop up in their feed. If they're not subscribers, you won't get a look in.
No, that's right.
Unless they actually get on the keyboard and start searching for something.
And to be honest, when a video does well, what YouTube always say to us is regular viewers are watching this video, and therefore, because they're watching it, we've recommended it to other people.
Yeah.
If regular people don't watch, YouTube thinks, oh, well, if they don't want to watch it, no one does.
No,
no, I mean, no one does. I mean, fewer people.
It gets recommended to fewer people.
That's right, yeah.
So it's all a cumulative effect, isn't it, really? Yeah. So that's why we're concerned about losing the number of subscribers. And people we've spoken to who are also YouTubers are suffering similarly. We don't really understand why. Maybe YouTube's reaching some sort of saturation point.
Within what you mean, the number of channels?
Number of channels. There are an awful lot of channels out there, some really good new channels out there, and there's a lot of competition, and I think I've said that before, so,
Yeah. I mean, we noticed with the views, I mean, we've said that October is the big NEC. Last year, 220k views. This year, 199.
Yeah.
Down 21%.
Yeah.
The watch time is actually up, would you believe?
Which is bizarre, yeah.
Yeah, so although we've had less views, they've actually watched for longer, which is always an encouraging sign.
Which helps the revenue. So.
So that's helped the revenue, and the revenue for this October is higher than the revenue for last October.
Yeah.
Right. So, so I think what we come from that is at least something was going in the right way, wasn't it?
That's right.
So then I had a look at what our revenue is, estimated, where it's come from based on the videos.
Yeah.
Now, this is interesting. We've had, in the period, 2.2 million views, okay? Mm-hmm. Now, for each of the videos, for each 1k view, we've had £8.32. So if 1,000 people watch a video, you get £8.32.
Okay.
So that's why views are important, because if you don't get in views, you're not
Yeah.
going to get.
So my video on the Motorhome gimbal, which got 1.4k views,
Would only have earned you about
10
£12,
quid.
£15, yeah.
And I spent like how many
You spent
hours?
a week on doing that.
Probably a week doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So you can see.
Yeah.
So then, which videos have earned the most revenue?
Mm.
And we'll put that up on the screen.
Yeah.
It's quite obvious which ones and why. We've got hello to a new motorhome,
Yeah.
first adventure in the new motorhome, and revealing our exciting new motorhome.
So that's the next tactic. We'll have to buy a new motorhome every year.
Yes, that's. But then we need even more income to be able to do that, wouldn't we?
Yeah,
So
just a bit, yeah.
Can't keep doing that.
No.
But that's quite interesting. That's why the subscribers increased in April.
Mm-hmm.
I think we had our best month of the entire year and our best month forever, and it got me thinking, wow.
Yeah.
And then of course now I'm thinking,
From wow to
yeah, sure. I preferred the wow.
Yeah.
So the top three earners were about to do with the new motorhome.
Yeah.
Then, perhaps not surprisingly, was your online speed awareness course, which
Yeah.
earned £250.
Yeah, and people are still commenting on that.
Yes.
It's bizarre, really. I was very sort of. I didn't really want to share my experience because I was embarrassed about getting a speeding ticket. I've never had a speeding ticket in my life, but it has made me much more aware of my driving. I think. I don't think I was a particularly fast driver. I think I've slowed down a little bit more now. But people are still going on that video and saying it's all a scam, it's all this, it's all that.
But some people are saying that, but other people have been grateful that they know what coming,
to expect. Yeah.
What to expect.
Because I think sooner or later most drivers are going to get a speeding ticket.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I've been lucky that it took me 40 odd years before I got a
You got a
speeding
speeding
ticket.
Yeah. So that's the fourth most, and then one of the videos from the Caravan Camping and Motorhome show from February is in fifth place.
Which is the show that's coming up next, isn't it?
Which is coming up next. So that video from there actually did better than a video from the more recent show.
Yeah.
But it can sometimes these figures people go back and they look at a video, so therefore, just in October you might think, oh, that October show video's not done that brilliantly, but then somebody might get recommended it, or they might go look back, might be looking for a motor, might look at that, and then because you get revenue from that.
Yeah.
So that's
that.
those figures. Top videos in views.
Yeah.
I mean, there'll be no surprise that it's the Hello to a New Motorhome.
Yeah.
Which is, when I looked, it was 99.6k views.
Yeah. So it's nearly 100,000 views. Yeah.
Nearly 100,000 views. It was 99.8 the other day, so it's getting towards 100k.
Yeah, so if you haven't watched that, have a look at that.
Have a look at that.
Get us over 100.
100k on that. Then a short did.
Well, it wasn't a short because it was 3 minutes as a short video, but it wasn't a short video.
Just showing a camper van fire at Meathop Fell.
Yeah, which was scary. I just thought it was scary, and I just thought, this is what could happen if you're not careful with.
Yeah, and what the advantage of being 6 metres apart.
Yeah, that's right. That's had 89,000 views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My online speed awareness course.
Again.
52k.
Yeah.
Yeah. First adventures in a motorhome, 38, and revealing our new motorhome, 34. So
that's pretty much the same as the top revenue, isn't it? Really, but
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We because with a short, you don't. A very short video, you don't get much income.
No. Did we work out how much we got from shorts? We did.
I think it's £2 something in the entire year.
The entire year we got £2 from shorts. I don't do an awful lot of them, but I've been trying to do at least 1 or 2 a week. But for us, it just doesn't work. I mean, I suppose shorts are for the younger generation. That's what I tend to think. And unless you're doing something daft on a skateboard or something.
Don't do that. Yeah.
Falling over or skydiving.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry.
Right. Yeah, so that's the top videos anyway in the views, and
Yeah.
like I said, you need 1,000 views before you get £8.32,
Yeah.
and on a short, I think you need 1 million before you
Well,
get
yeah,
a
you
pound.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
just yeah,
So I mean, some people are doing very well with shorts. You know,
yeah.
don't get it wrong. Don't
No,
get it wrong.
just
But
it's not. I
I
don't
don't
think
think I've got a
it's
face for shorts,
no.
or
So
legs for shorts, for that matter.
then, final thing I've got is watch time from subscribers.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's 54% are not subscribed.
So 54% of people who watch our videos are not subscribed, and 45% are subscribed. Now that, in YouTube terms, is pretty good. A lot of channels only get like 20 or 30% people who watch the videos are subscribed. So quite happy with that. But it would be really good if the people who are not subscribed, maybe you're watching this video at this moment, you find it interesting, actually just hit that little subscribe button at the bottom down there.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and just help us out a bit.
Yeah.
I'd appreciate that.
It's free. I mean, I think we had a
that's the other
discussion
thing,
with some people the other week, and they said, well, because you have to pay. Well, you don't have to pay.
No, there's no charge for subscribing to YouTube. I think where people get confused is there's a thing called memberships, where people can contribute.
Yeah.
We don't do memberships. We've never done memberships. There's also a thing
No.
called Patreon, and I've not done that. I don't see why I should make videos for a group of people who pay me money.
Yeah, I think the only thing...
Actually, I'm doing that for YouTube, I know, really, but
I
you know what I mean.
I think the thing about membership is that if you have a membership, when people comment, it goes into like an area which says members' comments.
Yeah.
So their comments are more sort of noticeable than other comments, if you know what I mean.
So they get privileges.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I don't think it's all just they give you money.
No. Well, they do give you money.
Well, they do give you money, but I don't think there's. Yeah.
I mean, let us know what you think about membership and Patreon. Would you like us to? Would you be interested in doing that?
Well, we've always shied away from it because you make 3 videos a week anyway.
Yeah.
And you didn't really want to commit yourself to trying to make.
Well, I don't know if I would make any more. What it would probably mean was that I would make the same number of videos, but show at least one of the videos to members or patrons before the other people. I don't
know. It just
I don't know. It
seems
goes against a little bit free to watch ethos.
It does,
me.
doesn't it?
YouTube for me was always a great enabler where people can watch for free.
Yeah.
You know.
And you've always wanted to do help things to help people.
Yeah. I do enjoy, spreading the knowledge as well as getting the income.
Yes.
Yeah.
So on that note,
okay, so I've got a little bit of handwritten notes here.
Yeah. So over to you.
Over to
that's
me.
the end of my bit.
One of the other videos I do, and a lot of YouTubers come up for a lot of stick for this, are product reviews. And I think it got to the height of criticism when people were doing a lot of power bank videos.
Yes.
Do you know what my next video is going to be?
Yeah, but it's not a great big brick, is it?
No, it's going to be a power bank video.
Yeah, no, it's only a tiny little thing.
Product reviews are not a great feature of our channel. We don't do an awful lot of them. And I wanted to know how many product review videos we'd done last year. And it was sort of sparked by when we did the same video last year. Someone commented, well, how much have you got in free product? Okay, it's debatable whether it's free because it's a barter system where I do a video in exchange for free product.
And I think I've said before, some of these product reviews take longer than us sitting down here and waffling away.
Yeah.
Because you've got to research into the thing, you've got to learn how to use it, you've got to see what you think of it.
Yeah,
particularly a bike or a power bank. You've been doing them on and off, while we've been away or something like that. And the hours that must go into it to do one of those, and then do your pros and cons, which are, you know,
Yeah.
subjective, aren't they? Your views.
Then people are saying, "Oh, you're only saying that because you got it for free," you know.
Yeah,
So,
well, that's why I went off you doing them. I thought,
yeah.
you know, the amount of work you do for them.
And I think I'm now turning down more product reviews than I've actually done definitely than I've done in a year. I think last week I had about 5 requests to do product reviews.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and there was one request that they actually wanted me to do a product review on a loan product.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think I'll probably draw the line there.
Yeah, because we thought, well, if it was a loan product, it's got to be delivered, it's got to be picked up, and there's all that logistics.
Well, there's no benefit in it either.
No,
So,
no.
so you know, hands up. I like doing product reviews because I get free stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think that's fair to say. And I've got a list here of some of the products that I've been given and in exchange for a review. Now, I've never accepted payment in monetary terms for any of these videos. The term you have to put on for YouTube's reason and for the Advertising Standards Agency is a paid for promotion. In my terms, the only paid for bit is when I receive the free product.
That's right, yeah. So you're not actually
So I'm not
paid to make...
some YouTubers will accept money in terms of they'll charge thousands of pounds for making a video.
Sponsored video or something like that, yeah.
I'd never call my videos sponsored because that, to me, implies that you're getting paid in monetary terms to make the video.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they pay towards the cost of the video or whatever, don't they? So we've never wanted to go down that route. No. So these are just things people have sent in return for a review.
And I've watched other people like Andrew Ditton who've said that they don't do product reviews because it's free labour. And I think I sort of agree with that because you spend an awful lot of time doing these product reviews.
Well, that's right.
For not a huge amount of return, particularly in views.
No, that's right, yeah.
But yes, you get free product, which
which
is why I still do them.
Yeah, well, yeah, and it's got to be something that is motorhome related, and it's got to be something we're interested in.
Yeah. So let's have a look at what I've actually had free product in exchange for reviews this year. So I had the Power Queen lithium battery, which probably the most difficult thing to do a review on. You buy a battery, it provides power, it sits in the back of your motorhome, and it works.
Yes.
And it's a good thing.
Yes, but I think it led to a lot of other things, didn't it? With the DCs and
we'll come on to that.
Yeah.
I got sent a Hohem iSteady M2 gimbal, which Jenny pulled a lot of faces at when I got that. It's complicated, and I spent a lot of time in the video explaining how it worked.
Well, yeah, but you also spent a week. It was a week altogether, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Trying to understand it because it's
I'd never had
complex. You never had a gimbal. No. It was supposed to work with a GoPro, work with a Sony, and work with a phone.
Yeah.
So you had to know how all of that worked. We went out in Southport, didn't we? Filmed with it and all sorts of things. So there was a lot of work went into that, and you released it just before Christmas, and it sort of got.
It got.
But you have used it occasionally, but Tara doesn't like it because it makes a noise.
We can't turn the beeps off.
So we took her around the police museum, didn't we?
Yeah, using it, and she ran off. And
she ran off. Yeah. I had a real job to keep her anywhere near the building. Yeah, so that was that one.
But I've still got that.
You've still got it, yes.
It
still beeps.
Yeah. The other thing which was rather more useful was the Rio Link Go Ultra security camera, and I've got that in the motorhome, and it's monitoring our motorhome
as
when
we
we're
speak.
not there, and it updates you and alerts you if there's something gone wrong. Now, if you want to watch any of these videos, I'll put a link to the product review playlist in the bottom, so you can check out any of these. The next thing is the Engine X, the Engui Engine X e-bike. Now, this is a bike I really, really like, and I've kept it, and it's just brilliant.
You've kept that, and you've kept the Fido, haven't you?
Yeah, I kept the two bikes, two bikes.
One folds better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But they go in the garage.
Yeah, the Fido, which we reviewed ages ago, goes in the garage. So, but the other one will go in the garage, but it's a bit too big, so I keep that for home use and special occasions. So. Okay, the other thing is Collapse. I'm a big fan of Collapse products, so I have to admit they actually made me a Collapse ambassador.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I have used this year. They gave me the filter, 2 buckets, and 2 coffee cups.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm hoping that they'll give me some new Collapse waste pipes.
Because one of your pipes is split.
Because one of the pipes is split, and one of them's leaking as well. So.
Oh.
I mean, I've used them those for 4 years. You know,
yeah,
I do
right.
use them, and I just think they're brilliant.
Yeah.
Where am I? The Engwe, another e-bike, P275 Pro. Now, I reviewed that bike. I wasn't keen on it. It was an automatic bike. It changes gear for you. It's got a belt drive, locks, and a built-in motor on the crankshaft. Lots of nice features about it, but wasn't keen on it. And I took it to Robin Lynn's, where it was auctioned off, and it made £800 for charity.
And we met the people who bought it, didn't we?
We were very happy with it.
Yeah, they said they were happy with it.
Yeah, so I'm glad you found it.
So that was
useful.
a win-win all around.
So a win-win, yeah. So Dementia Charity wins, and they won as well.
Yeah.
Following on from the Power Queen battery, there were a few things about having a lithium battery fitted with a standard charger, and Sargent themselves contacted me and said, really what you ought to try is a DC-DC charger. So I fitted with the help of Todd's. I'm very grateful to Todd's for helping do the fitting, and Sargent. I had a DC-DC charger, Sargent DC-DC charger, fitted in our new motorhome. It was also fitted in the previous one, and Todd's moved it to the new one as well. So thank you, Todd's. Thank you, Sargent. It's been really useful, and if you want to check that out, it will be in the playlist.
Yeah, yeah.
Next thing is something I bought. I didn't know whether to include things I've bought, but I have reviewed things I've bought, and it was the Shipshape dry mat. And this is a product that it's a bit, how would you describe it? It's matting that can go under your bed, and it's to prevent condensation from solid floors like we've got in our bed that get cold, causing condensation on a mattress and causing damp. So we had it sent to us a long time ago. I reviewed it.
I think it was the first product review we ever did.
And I bought this set because I just thought it was a great idea, particularly where you've got beds above a garage. So check that out. Watches, we've both got Cospet watches.
Yeah, and we're still both, I love this watch, we're both still wearing them.
Yeah.
Using them.
And we did a little review on each of those, so thank you, Cospet.
Never thought I'd really had much use for a watch, thinking I've got a phone, but no. They're
both enjoying them.
Yeah.
And another Hohem.
Yes.
I tried one. So I thought I'd try another. Now this one was a little bit more interesting and perhaps a bit more useful, because this is a smartphone gimbal, Hohem iSteady V3, and I was using that quite a bit on our Denmark trip, and it's good for sort of getting more sort of cinematic shots, to use a horrible term.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that. And the final thing is, unfortunately, it's something we bought. And I did a product review, and I don't think you'll have seen. Will you have seen this video?
Yes, they would have done, yeah.
Okay, so you will have seen this video. Is the VB air suspension that we had fitted to our motorhome. And like I say, unfortunately,
we had to pay for that.
We had to pay for it. Yeah. Some of our product reviews are for paid for, things we've paid for as well. They're not all freebies.
Yeah.
So that's my rant about product reviews.
Yeah. We just thought, because we had that last year, we'd been honest about how much we'd earned, and then some people said, oh, well, what did you do? Yeah. So the other question we got last year is, do you pay tax? Well, unfortunately, you do, don't you?
Yeah, I pay tax like a lot of people. I do an income tax return, and Jenny does the income tax return.
Yeah.
And we pay tax on our income, like most people. What's not so clear is how HMRC treat free products.
Yeah.
Okay, there is some advice that some accountants give that you should declare them somehow, but different accountants give you different advice. Now, what is interesting about that advice is that HMRC themselves don't really understand what to do.
No.
Now, I know that because I've been contacted as a content creator by HMRC, who are asking if I'm willing to take part in a survey about what content creators do, particularly with regard to product reviews.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when we do a product review, if I was to sell it, I would declare it as part of our income.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so it would go on our tax return.
Yes.
We haven't sold any products.
No.
I did
no.
try once to sell one particular power bank, and I think someone mucked me about, so I withdrew it from sale.
So we've given away to families, friends,
Yeah.
various other charities,
Yeah,
haven't
I
we?
think we
Not
said
just
that in
Rob and
last
Lynn.
year's video, that we
Yeah.
gave away power banks to
Yeah.
friends and family.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So it's because this is going to be interesting because they've employed a company, haven't they, to do it?
yeah.
And you can opt out, can you? We haven't opted out of this.
No, we said we'll
do
answer
it
the questions. Yeah.
and see what comes of that, because
Yeah.
you know, it's something that I do QuickBooks, I do all the allowable expenses that we can do, like travelling and things like that, but there are certain things that you can't claim for, which you end up paying tax for. And each year, you know, I do the return, and we've also got pensions, haven't we? So obviously they get taken into account. So yeah, we do pay tax.
The last thing I want to cover is about the YouTube channel itself. I've done a total of over 1,600 videos on the channel, which is quite staggering, really. Been going for 7 years now.
Yep. It is about 7 years.
It'll be
yeah.
8 years in March.
Yeah, it will be actually, yeah, because we started the famous filming with your head.
Filming with my head. Filming with a camera on my head, I think you're trying to say. One of the most popular series of our videos, and there's a playlist for this, are the arriving out videos. Caravanners seem to like that particularly because they can see what the approach to the campsite is like, whether it's difficult, tricky, or there's tight turns and that sort of thing. There's 330 videos, and we've covered quite a lot of the Caravan and Motorhome Club sites, plus other private sites in there as well. Some we've been to more than a couple of times, but generally it's quite a useful sort of thing there, and it's reference for other people. If you're interested in a site, why not search Bob Earnshaw and the name of the site, and you might find there's a video on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Help, hints and tips. Now, I've done 108 videos with sort of various hints, help and tips about motorhomes. I need probably to do a few more of those because they are useful. Again, reference. I've had a few people who have been asking since I did that short on what to do, for winter drain down. So I'm going to do a follow-up a little bit later on that. We go to the big shows, we go to the 2 NEC shows here. We also went to Dusseldorf as well this year, but we also go to the Harrogate show, which is the first show of the year, and sometimes to the other local shows. We've been to the Norfolk show and that sort of thing, where I try and film motorhomes.
Yes.
And I try and have a look in motorhomes, sometimes new, sometimes used, but I do try and actually have a look at motorhomes generally.
Yeah.
So 108 videos there. Sorry, beg your pardon. I'm not actually sure how many videos there are in the NEC
Well,
show.
because they're all in separate playlists for each show. I mean, if for an average, we do 4 or 5 videos from a show, don't we?
Yeah, yeah.
Including the Harrogate one.
Yeah. And I think the NEC videos, the last NEC videos, I did about 20 different motorhomes. Tried to focus on new motorhomes because it was all about new motorhomes.
Yeah, I normally try and go through one of the magazines which tell you what the new motorhomes are. I make a list, what hall they're in, and then we can just go in and know what to look for. Yeah, so because a fair bit of work goes into preparing, for the shows and things. Yeah. And then when we go to Harrogate, we don't know what's there, so we just pick vans that we see.
Yeah.
I love looking in motorhomes.
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. And so people say to me, "Oh, it's filming another motorhome." Well, that's what I like doing, really.
Yeah, that's your motorhome channel, aren't you? It's part of.
I like motorhomes. Oh, I've said it.
It's strange you didn't film. If you're filming cars or something, it might be a bit strange.
Well, do that as well.
Yeah.
The other videos done quite recently, when when we go to Todd's, if I'm having a service or something done to the van, is I will film their motorhomes there. And it's been quite nice recently. I went there and I thought they've got a lot of motorhomes. It's a sign of the times, of course. But I did film rather a lot of motorhomes, and I think I've finally finished.
You finished those videos,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I've been trying to sort of spread those out a little bit, but
Yeah.
no. Okay, so I've got playlists for each of the shows, and you probably just ought to check those out as well. What did I write there? I can't read my own
Tours.
writing.
Tours. We've got, each time we go on a tour, we do a playlist for the tour. So there's a tour playlist for Denmark. And
Yeah.
so that goes way, way back to one of the first tours we ever did,
From
you know.
Leith Up Fell, yeah.
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 Yeah. So
Okay, so do check out our playlist. Again, I'll leave a link in the description below, and you can check that out. I think I'm done.
I think you're done.
I
Yeah,
think I'm
I think
done,
that's the end of those pieces of paper. Yeah.
Yeah, so I hope you found this extended waffle useful. And if you did and you haven't already, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up or leave a comment. Comments really help because it shows that people are interested in the video, and it helps us show that people are interested in the video.
Another thing, the great I always get this name wrong. Analytic. Is it? No.
Algorithm.
Algorithm. It's one or the other.
Yeah, analytic algorithm.
Yeah, the AI bot
Yeah, and if you can
looks
say,
at.
Yeah, you can say that 3 times.
Yeah, it says nobody's commenting on this video, so it's not very
so
interesting.
We're not going to show it to
and we're not going to show it to anyone
anyone else.
else. And
That's it.
yeah.
So yeah, like I say, if you found it interesting, you know what to do. And I think we've gone on long enough, and that parcel still hasn't arrived.
No.
So
coming up, we'll tell you in December, won't we, what we've planned and what we're doing in 2025.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you soon then.
Yeah. Bye then.